going to invite another couple to step up. But what I want to say is that we are also tonight the survivors of these couples, these partnerships. Unfortunately, Wilhelmina Babatsleba couldn't be here tonight.
Yeah, so unfortunately, Doug Shed, who's my partner, cannot be with us tonight. Doug is going through a process that really does require 100% of his focus and time and energy. He's been unbelievable throughout this process, and I think for anyone that is going to engage in PFP, whether it be a principal or whether it be a business executive, one of the key things is to ensure that you attend and show up. And Doug has been amazing. I sit on the trust of King Edward's. I completed my schooling at King Edward's. It was the 9th school I went to. I'd been either kicked out or asked to leave 3 other schools. So by the time I arrived at King Edward's in Standard 7, I spent the rest of my schooling at King Edward's. And it really took me from a proper problem child into a big part of who I am today. My mom was a teacher her whole life. My wife's mom is a teacher as well, and this is where my passion for education was obviously informed. And so I was invited to join the trust about 4 years ago, and it has been an unbelievable privilege. And the one thing that we decided quite early on, because King Edward's, the prep and the high school are not your typical under-resourced or underperforming schools. They're very resourced and they're doing quite well. But our belief is, and as stated in our mission in the trust, is that we believe for schools that are privileged and advantaged, like King Edward's, we should take up this challenge of what impact we can have on public education. So we'd engaged with Louise, and we went to an event at Gibbs, and Barbara Creasy was there, and Nick Benadell was there, and it was just a fascinating event. We also met Bob Head was there, and it was really an inspirational evening. And I then engaged with Barbara Creasy, and I said to her, look, we are, you can go to the, well, maybe before you do, see, really the mission of the trust is to secure the future of the school, both the prep and the high school, and then in turn to choose how we could have an impact on public education. And we haven't yet decided how we are going to have an impact. And in a discussion around that exact topic, I said to Barbara Creasy, what if you were if you were a representative, were you to give us guidance as the King Edward's Educational Trust as to where we should potentially focus our energies and efforts to have a meaningful impact on public education? What do you suggest we should do? So she said, you need to get someone in your team to sign up for Partners for Possibility so that you can grow a deeper understanding of the challenges faced by schools in South Africa. And so that's exactly what we did. So I signed up with Doug Shed, and look, I think Doug is, I've taken many learnings from this, and the one thing I've taken is that some of the most inspirational leaders I've ever met in my life are principals in South Africa. And it's, yeah, sure. Yeah, it's a pity. It's a pity Wilhelmina's not here tonight. And it's, when you, as a South African that has grown up in what you would call a privileged community and has gone to a privileged school, to see the challenges that schools face and that the principals face has been nothing short of inspirational. So the one message I would love to give is that if for every business leader or executive or manager that joins up for PFP and completes the program, you will end up being a better leader and a better manager. So this for me has just been an absolutely massive learning, and it's informed some of the things that we're doing in King Edward. And hopefully, in years to come, we will have a story to tell about the impact we've had on public education, because I don't feel we've had an impact yet, but we've definitely learned what we hoped. And when Barbara Creasy said we should do it, she really, really was right. If every single South African could choose one single thing that they want to be an active citizen around, what impact could it have? Because the one thing Peter Bloch says is, and the one concept he asks is, who runs a school? Is it the principal or is it the students? Who runs a country? Is it the leadership of the country or is it citizens? Who runs a company? Is it the staff or the board of directors or the CEO? And I believe it's a balance across all of those stakeholders. And really, this dynamic of active citizenship, I think PFP provides just an unbelievable opportunity. And Francois, thank you for all your efforts through this, for your persistence and your patience with some people that are not always easy to get hold of and don't always show up when they should. And Louise, if I had my way, you would be up in lights wherever we could recognize you. I know that's not what you look for, and I know that's not why you do it, but one day you're going to either be nominated for a Nobel Prize or something, because what you do is amazing. And then to everybody in the PFP team, and to Munir, to Milton, to Nkosi, and to all of the principals and the people I worked with, Leah, it's just been an absolute privilege, and I've gone through probably one of the greatest years of growth in my life. Thank you.